Hello, and welcome to a Magic the Gathering product review. Today, we are going to be looking at Challenger decks, an exciting new product recently announced by Wizards of the Coast. I became so excited when I saw the 4 deck lists for these Challenger decks that I decided to make this video to share my thoughts about this new product. First of all, the Challenger decks are being released on April 6th this year, 2018. They will have an MSRP of $29.99 and will each contain a 60-card standard deck and a 15-card sideboard. When I heard about this product, the two main questions I asked myself were, are the decks competitive, and are they worth it from a financial perspective? As we go through each deck, it will become clear that the answer to both of these questions is yes. First up is the mono-red aggressive deck titled Hazoret Red. It boasts a whopping value of $78.60 and actually looks quite competitive. It has a focused aggressive game plan and seems fairly well tuned. From a financial perspective, the deck is also great. It contains Hazoret, currently worth $18, and Chandra, currently worth $24, in addition to a slew of other cards worth more than $2 and several worth more than $1. Obviously, Chandra and Hazoret won't stay at those prices when the decks are released, but that is probably a good thing for making Standard more accessible to more players. Next up among the decks, we have Vehicle Rush, a deck that is also powerful and has a good value, clocking in at $73.81. Noteworthy cards in this deck include Concealed Courtyard, currently worth $6, Inspiring Vantage, currently worth $4, and 4 copies of Heart of Kirin, each worth $3.90. The land base is a bit weak for a 3-color deck, but when you are getting a complete vehicles deck for $30, sometimes sacrifices are made. The deck is definitely missing some cards that a full build would have, but it is a great starting place and is once again based on a competitive deck, so upgrading it is fairly simple if a player decides they like it. The third deck we will examine is Second Sun Control, a blue-white deck that wins with approach of the Second Sun, just like the normal blue-white standard decks do. This deck also has a value of over $70, clocking in at $70.76, and includes valuable cards like Settle the Wreckage, currently $5.85, Field of Ruin, currently $4.65, and Irrigated Farmland, currently $4. It is easy to see where to upgrade this deck, as, like the previous two, it is based on a competitive deck that has actually performed well in standard tournaments. Our final deck on the list brings mid-range into the fold with Counter Surge. It is essentially black-green Constrictor on a budget, but still includes valuable cards like Glintsleeve Siphoner, currently $3.60, Verdurous Gearhulk, currently $4, Fatal Push, currently $7.20, and Walking Ballista, currently $10. Ballista and Push are especially nice to see because they are often seen in non-standard formats, so the extra printing may help those other formats become a bit cheaper as well. This deck is essentially trying to be a grindy mid-range deck filled with synergy and counter interactions based around Winding Constrictor. It is also similar to multiple standard decks that have done well competitively, and there is a clear sign of where to upgrade it if a player desires. Conclusion: Challenger decks seem like a slam dunk product. They provide great value financially and also seem to be competitive right out of the box, especially at the FNM level. In addition to that, they are all based on existing standard strategies, so if a player really loves their deck, they do not need to discard it for a real deck. They just need to get some upgrades and they are good to go. I am also glad to see a wide swath of decks from Standard represented. The fact that there are 2 aggressive decks that play out quite differently, a mid-range deck, and also a control deck, means that no matter what someone's playstyle is, one of the decks will probably fit it. The variety of decks is particularly good for if a playgroup decides to get into Standard together. Each member can get a different deck, and the play experience will be fun and unique with each deck. Another thing I love about the decks is that they do not only include 1 and 2-ofs, they include 4 copies of many of the cards, which makes them feel much more like real decks that have a focused game plan and a purpose. Finally, many of the cards found in the decks are standard staples, and even if they are only 1s and 2-ofs in the decks, that extra supply will help keep Standard cheaper and make it more accessible to more people, even those who do not want to get a pre-constructed deck. Final grade, A+, I have nothing but good things to say about this product, and I would highly recommend it to anyone. As always, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to get updates when I post new content. It is a great way to show your support for free.